Hey y'all, it's your girl back again with another TV talk, and today we're diving into the very first episode of Ginny and Georgia. If you'd ever watched Gilmore Girls and thought, wow, Lorelai and Rory are so quirky and fun, this show takes that concept and flips it upside down, shake it around, and sprinkles a whole lot of drama and secrets on top. So let's get into it. Episode 1, titled Pilot, opens up by letting us know exactly who this family is. Georgia had Jenny when she was just 15 years old. So right off the bat, you know we're not walking into a traditional mother-daughter relationship. Georgia is young, beautiful, manipulative, and kind of reckless, while Ginny is trying to navigate life, school, and her place in the world. We also learned something major. Ginny's stepdad, Kenny, has died. At the funeral, there's all this whispering about inheritance money, about what Georgia might get, and you can already tell money and survival are always going to be a theme with Georgia. A fresh start. Georgia decides it's time for a brand new beginning, so she packs up Jenny and her little brother Austin, and they move to a small town in Massachusetts. Big new house, new neighbors, new everything. The neighbors include Ellen Baker, who's instantly shocked by how young Georgia looks. Ellen's kids are Maxine, bubbly, loud, and instantly drawn to Jenny, and Marcus, the mysterious, moody older brother who smokes weed in his room. You can all you can already see where that's going. But the dynamic between Georgia and Jenny, not warm and fuzzy. Jenny standoffish, rolling her eyes, and Georgia keeps trying to cover the tension with humor. She even drops a Gilmore Girls joke that completely flops. School life. When Jenny heads to her new school, she doesn't waste any time making her mark. During English class, she points out that all the authors they're reading are white men, challenging the system right away. That immediately catches Maxine's attention, and Max decides Jenny is going to be her new bestie. Meanwhile, Georgia's out here trying to infiltrate the local parent politics. She meets Cynthia, the so-called Queen Bee of the PTA, and also crosses paths with Mayor Paul. Georgia has her eyes set on getting close to power because that's just who she is. We also start getting these heavy flashbacks into Georgia's past, and while they're dark, we see she's been through abuse, manipulation, and survival situations. There's even a moment where we see just how messed up Kenny was, getting way too handies with Jenny while she's doing yoga. That's disturbing, and the show doesn't shy away from dropping these red flags early. We also see Georgia's relationship with Zaya, Jenny's dad. He's young, charming, and saw right through Georgia's walls when they met. Their chemistry was real, but again, it's complicated. Teenage drama. Back to the present day, Jenny starts hanging with Max and her friends. But of course, there's tension with Marcus. You know that brooding bad boy energy. Jenny feels it, and they end up sneaking kisses and later hooking up. But just as quickly, Marcus is back flirting with Padama, and Jenny feels some type of way. So already teenage drama is bubbling up. On the flip side, Jenny also goes on a date with Hunter. Sweet, talented, and completely different from Marcus. So yes, love triangle alert right from episode 1. Georgia's hustle. While Jenny's juggling boys, Georgia is hustling. Her credit card gets declined because Kenny's will is being contested, which delays her inheritance money, but Georgia doesn't let that stop her. She's seeming, blackmailing, and manipulating her way into opportunities. One of my favorite Wild Georgia moments in this episode is when she's pressured Joe, the local cafe owner, into cooking organic lunches. She straight up threatens to report him for using unpaid interns if he doesn't go along with her plan. Like, who does that? Georgia does. By the end of the episode, her hustle pays off. Mayor Paul actually offers her a job, so now Georgia then not just surviving, she's positioning herself in power. The first episode sets the tone for the whole series. On the surface, Georgia looks like this fun, charming, cool mom, but underneath she's manipulative, hiding dark secrets, and constantly running from her past. Jenny, meanwhile, is a mix of smart, outspoken, and insecure. She's trying to figure out her identity, navigate new friendships, and deal with a mom who seems to overshadow everything. And let's not forget Austin, sweet little Austin, who writes letters to his dad, not knowing Georgia's been lying about him. That's a storyline I already see exploding later. Now let me be real with you. Episode 1 is messy in a good way. You can tell this show is not Gilmore Girls. That little joke Georgia made about Loria and Roy was the writer saying, yeah, don't compare us because we're about to get dark. Georgia is not likable, at least not yet. She lies, she schemes, and she even admits to framing Austin's father for fraud. Like, girl, but that's the hook. Georgia is a survivor, and everything she does is about to control and security. You might not like her, but you can't look away. Jenny, on the other hand, is way more relatable. She's trying to carve out her own space, stand up for herself, and find where she belongs. But with a mom like Georgia, that's a battle. So overall, the Ginny and Georgia pilot isn't perfect. It's a little shaky, but it definitely sets up the drama, secrets, and emotional chaos that's coming. And trust me, this show only gets juicier from here. So that's my recap and review of Ginny and Georgia Season 1, Episode 1. What did y'all think? Did Georgia win you over with her hustle? Or do you already have your side eye ready? And do you think Ginny should go for Marcus or Hunter? Let me know your thoughts, and don't forget to come back for the next episode breakdown. It's your girl signing off, and until next time, keep sipping the tea because these TV talks are always brewing. Bye!